In the old days, when the Mekong still ran wild, there lived a young warrior named Dara Veacha. He was not born into wealth or power, but from his childhood Dara carried a quiet, stubborn sense of honor. As a boy, he saw 3 older boys push a smaller child into the mud. Dara, who was carrying a bundle of reeds nearly as big as himself, dropped them and ran forward. "Stop," he said. The biggest bully turned, amused. "Or what, little fisherman?" Dara knew he would lose, but he stepped between them. "Or you'll have to go through me," he replied. He went home that day bruised and with a split lip. His father cleaned his wounds. "You fought over nothing that was yours." "Why?" Dara winced. He was alone, he said. His father smiled sadly. "Honor is a heavy boat to carry, my son. Once you set it on your shoulders, you cannot put it down." Years passed. The kingdom fell into troubled times under the warlord, Lord Chanrith. In Dara's village, the elders gathered. "We must bow," one elder said. "If we obey, maybe he will spare us." Another shook his head. "If we bow now, we will bow forever." A woman's voice rose, filled with worry. "But what if they take our sons anyway? My Sathya is barely a man. How can a man live?" Dara asked his father later if he cannot look at his own face in the water without shame. His father replied, "If you choose the path of honor, walk it to the end. It is about what you refuse to become." Soon after, Lord Chanrith's soldiers arrived, led by Captain Sovan, a man with cruel eyes. "The lord of this land," Captain Sovan announced, "requires 10 young men for his army. Refusal means punishment." An elder stepped forward. "Captain, we are but poor fishermen. Please reduce the burden." Sovan struck the elder across the face. The old man collapsed. No one moved. Then Dara stepped forward. "Captain," he said, "if you must punish someone, punish me." Sovan laughed. "You would take the blows for another man." "Why?" Dara replied. "Because if you strike down our elders for speaking, we will have no voices left." The captain's smile returned, sharper now. "Kneel." Dara did not move. Sovan's eyes narrowed. "Kneel, or I take 2 girls from this village." Slowly, Dara sank to his knees. Sovan struck him 3 times. He grabbed Dara by the hair, whispering, "Remember, fisherman, honor does not fill bellies. Only power does." That night, the villagers gathered. "We must give them the 10 men," one said, his voice trembling. "But they may never return," another argued. Dara's father looked at his son. "Can you bend your honor into a weapon for him?" Dara rose, his body aching. "If 10 must go, I will be one of them. But I swear this, I will not raise my sword against the innocent." His father closed his eyes. "Then that is your oath. Do not break it, even when it breaks you." Dara marched away with 9 others. He learned to fight, but each night he sat alone, touching the small wooden boat at his neck, a gift from his mother. His skill earned him a place in Captain Sovan's unit. One day, they were ordered to burn a field. When Dara saw the farmer's children, he could not do it. "I will not harm those who cannot defend themselves," he told Sovan. Sovan chuckled. "The world does not reward such stubbornness." Then orders came to discipline a region for refusing tribute. Dara's own village was on the list. "This is a test," Dara said to Sovan in his tent. "Lord Chanrath wants to see if my honor bends. If you refuse," Sovan's voice turned cold, "I will have you hanged, and another unit will go one that does not care." Dara bowed his head. "Then I will carry it to the end. But I will not do it your way." When the soldiers marched into his village, the square was empty. The elders emerged, followed by the people. Dara saw his father, leaning on a stick. "You were ordered to send more men," Sovan said. "You refused. Why?" The head elder replied, "We chose to die with dignity rather than live as empty shells." Sovan's jaw tightened. Ready torches, Dara stepped out to formation. "Captain, I asked permission to speak." He removed his helmet. "Men of the army, most of you were taken from villages like this one. What honor is there in burning empty boats and cutting down unarmed elders?" "Enough," Sovan warned. Dara faced him. "I swore an oath before I ever bent the knee to any lord. I swore I would never raise my blade against the innocent." He drew his sword and thrust it into the ground. "I will not fight farmers whose only crime is wanting to live." A young recruit stepped forward and dropped his spear. "I will not burn children's homes," he said. Another followed, then a third. Soon a third of the unit stood with Dara. Sovan's eyes blazed. He drew his sword. For a heartbeat, everyone waited. Then Captain Sovan drove his blade into the earth beside Dara's. "I was wrong," Sovan said hoarsely. "I once believed only in power, but I have watched you carry this burden. I called it foolishness. Perhaps it is the only thing left that is not rotten." He faced his soldiers. "No one burns this village." When the unit marched away, Dara's father embraced him, tears in his eyes. "You broke my heart, but you came back to me as the boy who stood in the mud for another child." Dara returned home, scarred but unbroken, to build boats. He never boasted of battles. Instead, he told children of honor. It is choosing the harder right when the easy wrong is within your reach. Alone by the river at dusk, he would look at his reflection. His father's words echoed. "At the end of your life, when you look into the mirror, may you still recognize yourself." Each time, Dara smiled. "I know you," he would murmur. "You carried the heavy boat all the way.